Hey everyone, I'm Praveen and welcome to AI Sparks, where artificial intelligence meets innovation and excitement. On this channel, we spark curiosity and ignite imagination with AI-powered insights, tutorials, and explorations. From machine learning to robotics, we'll dive into the future. Today, what if your AI wasn't just answering questions, but actually behaving like a financial analyst, calling tools, checking dependencies, and reasoning step by step? This is exactly what the paper FinMCP-Bench, Benchmarking LLM Agents for Real-World Financial Tool Use by Jie Zhu and Yimin Tian explores. The core problem is simple. We've been evaluating LLMs like students in an exam, but real-world financial agents behave more like operators in a system. They don't just answer, they decide which tools to call and when. So the authors introduce FinMCP-Bench. Think of it like a simulation environment where LLMs must solve real financial tasks using tools. It includes 613 curated samples covering 10 major financial scenarios and 33 sub-scenarios. We are talking about market analysis, investment planning, transaction execution, even compliance and customer support. And each task comes in 3 flavors: single tool, multi-tool, and multi-turn conversations. So instead of one-step answers, models must chain actions together. Now here's where it gets really interesting. This dataset is built from real-world logs, over 10,000 interactions from a production financial assistant. But they didn't stop there. They amplified complexity using a clever pipeline. First, they built a tool dependency graph. This graph shows how one tool depends on another. For example, you might need to fetch fund data before analyzing portfolio allocation. Then they generate new user queries that force these dependencies to appear. And finally, they simulate full reasoning trajectories where the model must call tools in the correct order. But real financial conversations aren't one shot, right? So they introduce multi-turn dialogues. Here's the cool part. They use role-playing. One AI becomes the user with a specific persona, age, income, goals. Another AI becomes the assistant, and together they simulate realistic conversations with evolving goals and multiple tool calls. This makes the benchmark feel much closer to real-world deployment. Now let's talk about evaluation. Instead of just checking final answers, they measure tool usage quality. 4 key metrics: tool precision, did the model call the right tools? Tool recall, did it miss any necessary tools? Tool F1, balance between both. And exact match rate, did it perfectly match the correct tool sequence? This is important because in finance, there's no single correct answer, but there is a correct process. So how do models perform? Interestingly, bigger isn't always better. Some smaller models actually achieve higher exact match rates. But across the board, multi-turn tasks are the hardest. Models struggle to maintain context and correctly sequence tool calls. Another key insight, models tend to overcall tools. Even when one tool is enough, they call multiple, hurting precision. There's also a fascinating trend. Harder tasks don't always reduce performance. Stronger models actually perform better on complex tasks because they leverage multiple tools effectively. It's like giving a skilled engineer a full toolbox. They perform better when complexity increases. But weaker models get overwhelmed. This highlights something critical. Tool use isn't just about access, it's about planning and coordination. Pitfall: if you're building LLM agents, don't assume more tools equal sign better performance. Without proper orchestration, you'll get noisy, inefficient behavior. Practical tip: focus on tool selection strategies and dependency awareness, not just adding more APIs. So here's the takeaway. We're entering a new era where LLMs aren't just answering, they're acting in systems, and benchmarks like this are shaping how intelligent agents will truly work. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and comment which AI system you want to build next. Stay sparked. See you in the next video.